Hi, this is Kelly, your certified health coach.
And this is Scarlett, your life coach here in the Valley of the Sun. Welcome to Hot in Arizona.
Not so hot.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Oh,
and
I am
we've had
loving
so much rain.
Loving
it's been
this
great.
weather. A little bit breezy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sun's actually out today. Hasn't been out for a few days.
It's gorgeous.
So I love it.
It's like not even 70 degrees.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Perfect.
Yes.
Absolutely perfect.
Definitely.
So, how things going?
Good.
I'm a little tired.
Well, me too.
I'm like a lot tired. Who am I kidding, right? But because I don't sleep at night, and then everybody wants me to do stuff during the day. Why am I up? I don't know. So, but I have been like getting up, but I've been trying to like go to bed early, and I can't because I start watching something, and I can't let it go.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm like a pit bull, man. It's like, no, I'm not letting go. This is mine.
I find something and I have to finish it.
Right. Yeah, it's like, oh, this has 8 episodes and each is an hour long. It's 3 a.m. I'm good.
Yeah.
We're watching the whole thing.
Right.
We're watching the whole thing. Yeah, it's unreal. But you know how like sometimes I love my documentaries,
Oh, I love documentaries.
You and me both, right? But have you noticed how like sometimes things like experience a resurgence?
Oh, yes.
It's like you watch something and then like years later something comes up and you're like, what do you mean 2021? I watched this before.
Yeah.
But it's totally different.
Right.
And now
like the
things.
JonBenet Ramsey case.
Right.
I mean, there's so many documentaries about
JonBenet, and there was that other little girl that was over in Portugal.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
she was from Portugal, I think, and was someplace else. And
I can't remember her
but
name.
she was kidnapped, or they believe she was, from the hotel room while her parents were off eating dinner. And
right.
And you're just like, wow, what brings this stuff up? I watched this. I know everybody has seen it. And I think you've probably seen it by now. We kind of talked about it once before. I originally had seen something else. One of my YouTubers was like, hey, I got invited by Ghost Adventures to accompany them
I love that
to
one.
a location.
That was so good, too. That was so good.
And I really like this guy. He, had a company called Dearly Departed in Hollywood. He did close it down. He does still do tours, but he does mostly everything now on YouTube. Really nice guy. The Cecil Hotel.
Yes. It is really...
The Cecil Hotel.
Everybody wants to talk about the Cecil Hotel now.
And Alicia Lamb in particular.
Yes.
Only because I think she was one of the more recent, and it was very high profile because of the things that happened.
Right.
This, I don't know if I know you've been to California. I don't know if you've been downtown.
No.
The Cecil Hotel, honestly, from the outside, it looks like it belongs in the surroundings it's in. It is in downtown LA, middle of Skid Row. I have spent 2 nights on Skid Row. Way back in the day.
Yeah.
As one of my college classes, we all did it as a class, and we interviewed people on Skid Row.
Oh.
It was kind of eye-opening.
I'm sure it was. I can imagine.
But here's this poor hotel that back in the day, in the 20s, was stunning.
Well, it still is stunning
on the inside. The beauty is on the inside.
Yes.
She is a woman.
Yes.
Her beauty's on the inside. She may not be real pretty on the out. But it really is gorgeous on the inside.
From everything that I've seen, the videos and the pictures and everything, I mean, it really is
still
beautiful.
Very 1920s opulence.
Right.
Just beautiful. Beautiful. But it is kind of sad that she's notorious. From her beginnings.
Well, you figure where it was built, where the Cecil was built, I mean, it's gonna have its issues just because of where it's located.
Right. Well, why? California? Back in the day, that was like the place. It was beautiful there. It was the train depot. Again, though, it is very transient. Always has been. But Alicia Lamb really kind of captured everybody.
Yes. Yes, she did.
She really
did. I mean, I've heard podcasts about her. I've watched Ghost Adventures. I watched this episode or this documentary,
On
which
Netflix.
was a few episodes on Netflix.
Right.
I've seen a couple of YouTube videos. It's fascinating people's take on it and how they really believed that it was either really haunted or she was being stalked.
And the thing is, some of these people were very adamant. The ones that they interviewed, they called them, I don't remember what they called them, like the online sleuths.
Yeah.
They were very adamant that there was absolutely no way that this had anything to do with mental illness.
Right.
They said mentally ill people just don't do that.
Right. And when I watch that, I have someone very, very close to me who is mentally ill, and she has bipolar 1, and which is what they determined that Alicia Lamb has as bipolar 1.
And Alicia Lamb said she had that.
Exactly. She talks about it on her blog. And the whole entire time that I have listened to the podcast, watched the videos, I have always thought that it had nothing to do with spirits. It had nothing to do with someone stalking her. She behaved exactly like this person that I love behaves when she's in a psychotic episode.
Right.
Because bipolar 1 isn't just ups and downs in your moods. It comes with psychosis. And psychosis means that you hear things and you see things. You have voices. You have things that you see, and these things tell you to hurt yourself. They tell you horrible things about yourself, that you're not worthy, that you're worthless, that you need to just kill yourself, and they tell you what to do to kill yourself and to hurt your self-harm. And the way that she was behaving, I was like, oh my gosh, this is definitely bipolar.
You could see that, yeah.
It is so bipolar. I mean, it is so. The way her behavior, her hand movements, her freaking out. You could tell she was terrified, but there was nothing that we could see.
Right.
But you could tell that she was seeing something.
And I think, I don't have that experience. I don't. I haven't known anybody in the past with that. So coming from where I was when I was looking at it, I'm thinking there is something I'm not seeing. There's something just off camera.
Right.
There has to be. There has to be. She is obviously gesturing towards somebody. She's running from something.
Right.
And I really, really did kind of expect to see an alien type being, because there was no other explanation.
Right.
How does she just disappear?
Right. Well, this person that I know, she's run away a few times, and it's because she's running from this demon that she sees. She describes it as a demon, and it's terrifying.
I can't even
terrifying
imagine.
to her, and she will even tell me, "Don't stand right there. That she's right there." I'm like, and I have to say, there is nothing here.
That is terrifying.
There is nothing here, and until her medication kicks in. Once her meds kick in, she's totally fine.
So here's the thing: Alicia Lamb says on her blog that she stopped taking her meds.
Right.
She just and the thing is, from what I understand, and honestly, what I don't understand. Okay, I take medication for my heart. I know that if I stop taking that medication, my heart is going to absolutely freak out on me. So I'm not going to stop. Even though when I'm taking, I feel fine.
Right.
I feel fine. But those that have the bipolar 1, it's like they take the medication, and it's usually more than one. You have to find that balance, because everybody, the chemically is different, right? So you have to find the good medication balance.
Right.
The good cocktail mixture.
Exactly.
So that you do feel good, but then when you feel good, they stop taking the medication.
Well, and I think that from the experience that I've seen is that they stop taking the meds, one, because they feel better and they think that they don't need it anymore.
Right.
Or because they're tired of taking 15 pills a day.
Which I get. I have to take 4.
Yeah.
3 of those are for my heart.
Right.
It's like, really, for the rest of my goddamn life,
Yeah,
I've got
exactly.
to do this every 12 freaking hours?
Right. It definitely disrupts your life.
It does.
You have to make sure that you have your meds with you at all times.
All times.
And if you don't, and then you skip, and then it's a vicious cycle. And then you have to start over again, and it has to get in your system, and then it's, the thing that we wanted to discuss about this is that people judge terribly. I mean, I heard some of the things that have been said.
I'm guilty.
About other people with bipolar.
I am guilty of that. Because they don't understand.
Right. And it's simply because they don't understand. I mean, and it's so important for people to, and I didn't understand it until,
right. Until you're
seeing
having
it firsthand.
Exactly.
And having to deal with some of the stuff that's happened.
Exactly.
It's a terrible thing.
What I would really think would be great, and I don't know if it would work, but what would be really great, they have like birth control that you only have to do once a month.
Right.
That either an injection or something.
Right.
That would be great.
Yes.
If they could come up with something like that, either a patch or an under the skin or an injection that only had to be done once a month.
Yes.
I think that would help people to maintain that better.
Absolutely.
Even if it was just once a week.
Yep. Because I forget, or I don't want to, or, I get tired of taking it, or whatever the issue is, Bipolar, it's extreme mood swings. You can go for days of being in bed, not wanting to get up, not wanting to talk to anybody, not wanting to face life, and then you go to mania, which is several days of, when they are in their manic episodes, oh my gosh, it's exhausting. It is exhausting because they don't sleep.
Yeah.
They talk 100 miles an hour. They are constant. It's a constant. And you can't get them to settle. You can't get them to settle down. And then when you add the psychosis on top of that, it's a very sad situation to see.
But now that is with like a missed dose, right? I mean, that when they're on the medication.
Yes, when they're on the meds, and the meds are the right meds for them. That controls it. It will even it out.
And it can take a long time to find the right medication.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah,
literally.
It can take years.
Because we're always changing.
Well, I was just gonna say, and then once you find it, doesn't mean that that's gonna be your go-to forever, because you change, your hormones change, and your body changes and whatever. And then even with the way that you eat can change.
Right.
The way the meds, like she can't have caffeine.
Wow, that poor baby.
Because the caffeine will stimulate. It will stimulate the brain, which causes the psychosis to come on.
Oh yeah.
And so
that
she
makes
can't.
sense.
Yeah, she can't have caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And a lot of people. Oh, here's another thing that really, really gets to me. A lot of people think that they're doctors, and they think, well, just take marijuana. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you this.
Okay.
I'm not against marijuana for medical purposes. I'm not. However, when these people are on antipsychotic medication and they smoke pot, it has an adverse effect, and it is a terrible thing. They will end up in the mental hospital because of it, or even the ER.
Right.
So if you're going to take marijuana for your mental illness, please do it under a doctor's care. Make sure that, because you're probably going to end up being taken off of antipsychotics to be put on the marijuana, and because those two things just do not mix.
Wow.
It's a terrible, terrible situation. So, when people tell you, just smoke pot, you might want to talk to your doctor first.
So, one thing that, again, I am guilty of the whole judgment thing. I am, because that's what I tend to do. If I don't understand something, and I don't know if I'm like judging. It's not like I'm saying, like you're a bad person.
No.
I'm more questioning.
Right.
Why? What is this? What makes it happen? I want to know more. I want to know more.
That's good though.
And so I'm not judging. I'm really more inquisitive.
Right.
Explain to me, and I'll believe you because I don't know any different.
Right.
The thing that kind of upset me with Alicia Lamb, and we have talked about mental illness before. We've talked about, things like other things like suicide and PTSD, and always being able to reach out, always being. We need to get rid of these stigmas.
Yes.
And one of the things was her family. Okay, first of all, I was a little pissed off because her family sued the hotel, saying that the hotel failed to take care of their daughter.
It's not the hotel's responsibility.
It's not. I was upset that this family unleashed this poor child alone, knowing, but because of, maybe it was their background, whatever. They were embarrassed. They never spoke about it.
Right.
When she went missing, they never said anything. It wasn't until much later that the sister said, well,
right.
when she makes these hand movements, that's when she's having a manic episode. And they went, what?
Right.
What? And so now it's a different investigation. And it's important to be open and honest.
Absolutely.
And I know that there are those people out there that judge, and that's why we need to get rid of these stigmas to where we're not judging, to where we are there to help.
Yes.
So like this person that and again, I could be way off, but having to find a job and things like that, on one hand, you want people to know in case something happens.
Right.
You want them to know what to do and to be able to help you.
Right.
And then on the other hand, you don't want anybody to know.
Right.
Because you're afraid of what they're going to do.
Exactly. It's a very fine line that they walk.
What a horrible way to feel.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Well, I guess we're going to have to cut this short, because we have an appointment.
Oh, yes, we do.
But this is going to bring us to what's hot in Arizona. And what is hot, we've talked a little bit about it before, and we'll talk more about it because there's so many places to go in it. In Canto Park.
Yes, it's so beautiful.
Okay, Amp Island. I know that, when a lot of us, because we've just been so cooped up and everything, and we are kind of feeling a little goofy in our own heads, right?
Yeah, right.
To be able to get outside, especially on a beautiful sunny day.
Oh, yes.
In Phoenix, Amp Island at Encanto Park is away from the main part of the park.
Right.
But it has this beautiful little river around it, beautiful bridges to go on to the island, lots of picnic tables.
Lots of picnic tables.
Lots
of
of
perfect picture places.
Empty picnic tables on a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. Ducks. Lots of ducks. Take your dog for a walk. Lots of families. It is located at 15th Avenue and Encanto. I thoroughly suggest this for just a wonderful afternoon out.
Yep, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful park. And
beautiful. And it does help to clear the head.
Yeah.
I would love to talk more though about, we need to talk more about mental illness and these stigmas.
Yes.
We really, really do. We need to get that out there.
Absolutely.
Because it's really kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of ridiculous. But we're going to leave that there. Don't forget to give this a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And you can follow us on Instagram. We'll show you pictures of the park. And you can also follow me, Scarlett, Facebook and Instagram at HeartPrinceAZ.
And me, Kelly, on Facebook and Instagram, and Healthy Heart and Happy Soul.
I hope everybody has a great week.
Bye.